So in this video we are going to be doing the task called Tower for the Fish Farm. So we need some metal beams and also a cargo container. So we are on the map of North Peak National Park. We are up in the top left corner here at a factory. There's another one just north of us, but this is where we're getting the metal beams. We're going to go down the road, pick up a cargo container right here, and we'll just kind of follow this main road out and down. Once we get to this point, I think we'll probably go across through our garage and go down this way. But we might just continue on, but I feel like I've gone down that road quite a few times, so we'll see. We are again using the Kenworth 963, and there is a fuel tanker just off up in front of us here. I'm going to try and get a view of it, but the crane tower is kind of in the way. There it is. You guys can kind of see it down there. I think that's for a task. I mean, you can see there's a yellow square around it. I was going to say orange for some reason. I don't remember if it's for a task or a contract, but yeah, you can, you know, if you're playing, you can take 90% of the fuel out of there. It's not, you can't take 100 is basically all I was getting at there. But yeah, I haven't really shown all that much gameplay on this map. I've kind of been doing mostly the stuff on the first one. But I actually, just before this, I was curious to see, because in the last video I was talking about trucks with, that would be good for water crossings. And I said this one and the Antarctic, because the Antarctic does have a snorkel. I did check that, and it's pretty high. It's, you know, all the way up on the it's probably higher than this one, to be honest. It might be the same, but they're both pretty high. And so I drove down to the water's edge and basically drove all along the shoreline to see if there was any spot where we could drive across this bay. I'll show you guys the map quick. So again, here's where we're at. I don't know if you call this a bay, but there's basically one big body of water that goes all the way down to the bottom, so you're either on this right half or the left half. Or, I mean, I guess it could be on the top, but basically this divides the whole thing. So I drove from here, which I went into the free cam mode and just looked underwater at the water's surface, and there's basically no way you can cross through any of this, and I stopped about right here because I could see, you know, the whole bay here, how deep it was, and it was too deep. So there's basically no shortcuts going across this entire bay. You cannot drive, unless you have a mod, you can't drive through the water at any point. I mean, you can drive along the shore, you know, cutting through some parts, but there's no way to cross from one half to the other. Unless you got a mod truck, it's just way too deep. Which is probably what they intended, but I just wanted to see. I was kind of curious. I just thought about it. I'm like, well, you know what? It is possible. Let's see if I can flip that over. There we go. I thought about it and I'm like, well, it is possible that, you know, maybe if you snake a route through there, you might be able to, you know, make it work somehow. But upon looking at it, yeah, it's just there's no chance. It's just too deep everywhere. At the very edge of the map, it looked like you might be able to, because it rises up quite a bit, but it's still too deep, so yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know that, in case anybody wanted to try and take a shortcut. Even with the tallest trucks, there's just no chance of cutting through that from one side to the other at all. That is where the ferry system would have been nice, even if you went from here, you know, to either side, really. Or maybe you could go from one side up to here and then from here to the other side, or, you know, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, there's no ferry on this map, and the water covers, like, I would say probably like 70% maybe. You know, from here all the way to the south part of the map is the whole middle's cut out of water. We're probably in the top 30%. So kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's a missed opportunity. Even if it didn't go all the way, like if you went from the garage, if you went down to the port there or whatever, and then you just went up to here, you know, at least that could save you some time. Or if you were up here, you could jump down there and then go to the garage. Or like for this one, it would work great because that fish farm's in the bottom left corner. So that would jump us all the way to the bottom, you know, not completely to where we need to go, but a lot closer. We're starting to slide off this way. I think we'll just attach it. I don't normally attach, but we'll do that. Oh, I put it in low on accident. But yeah, or if there was one from like, I don't think I can show you guys quite yet, but one that kind of slid into place right next to the pipes. Or beams, I don't know why I said pipes. But yeah, there's kind of a port area on both sides, and it would kind of make sense if they had something that would cross that area, but yeah. There's a watchtower, I think it's just up behind this hill. And there's not really a very good way to get up there. I think I actually cut through right up here and then went kind of more down south and then went up towards it more. There's a few of them on this update that don't really have like great ways to get to them. There's kind of just a bunch of open areas around them. And then it's like, well, just make your way up to there somehow, I guess. Let's see. I think it's right up there at the top of this hill. Oh, there it is, yep. So yeah, you could, you know, turn left here and kind of bob your way through the trees and get all the way up there, but there's no like path up there. And there's a few of them like that, so. I got the TranStar. Have I accepted this? Yes, okay. But yeah, I kind of did a lot of the tasks until I got basically most of the stuff that I figured you guys would want to see, which is like, you know, opening the second garage, opening the tunnel. I wanted to do the big trailer haul, so we did the boat on a trailer and the coiled tubing trailer and the construction rig semi-trailer, so I had to do a couple of contracts to get those ones all ready to, you know, drive, but yeah, I did a couple of those, and now I'm kind of just waiting to see when the update will actually release. I'm recording this a few days ahead of time because I'm going to be busy for a few days, so let's see, this is recording, I'm recording this on Friday, and it's going to go up, I think, Monday? I can't remember, but yeah, so here would be the opposite side. You can see kind of a little port area. And just up in front of us over there is kind of another port area. So if they, or even right here, you know, there's kind of a little beach and stuff. If you could take the ferry from this little port area to that little port area, like, that would be awesome. But I'm guessing they want you to, you know, go around. That's the way they designed the map and whatever, but I just feel like if they had not implemented the ferry system in this one, there would be no complaints because it would just be the map. But they put a ferry system in, and then they didn't use it where it would make a lot of sense to use it. They have it right next to the garage where there's literally a path right next to it. So, I mean, even if they had taken out that path, I think that would make more sense, because then you have to go all the way up north to go across, or you have to, you know, go to the, what would it be, I'm trying to think, go to the west and then go south and then go, you know, weaving your way through the mountains and then to the east. Because, you know, it'd save you a lot of time if you could just take the ferry then. But yeah, the way they have it with that little trail right there, it's just kind of almost no point to it. But again, if you guys are playing on normal mode, it might make sense to use. I've used it a few times, but basically just to save time. Or like if I have a big trailer and I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like trying to lose this one, or, you know, something like that. There's a few instances where it might make sense. But for the most part, it just doesn't seem to be worth it. I think I'm going to set it back to day here. In just a second, the sun's starting to go down. I'm going to get up towards this little bridge. Oh wow. I was going to say, we're stuck. It's a little bridge area here. It might be a good spot. Might be a good spot for a screenshot. I think we'll reset it back to day and see how it looks if we look up that way and that way. Maybe I'll cut this part out for you guys. Maybe we'll take a quick look around, see what it looks like. But yeah, here is kind of where I drove down to this part on the coast to see if we could cross this lake thing, and yeah, it's just too deep. Even this little part where it rises up. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like the little creek area, you know. But let's continue on. I forgot to reset it today. So we set it from 20 to 13, so we skipped, you know, or I guess we skipped ahead. I was going to say we skipped 7 hours, but actually we're going forward in time, not backwards, so. Sorry, I had to yawn there. So would that be 7 be 19? No. Wow, how'd I get 19? 17. I was thinking that 18 would be 6, and then I was like, oh, it's one more, you know, for 7, and then I went the wrong way. Idiot. I didn't even know that this little lake area must be taller than that because it's flowing down towards it. It's interesting. But yeah, there you guys can see the water tower. I remember when I did the exploring video and I saw this and I was like, oh god, more water. But I don't think they want to I don't think they want to put stuff cross-update, if that makes sense. Like, they don't want to make a water mission in this one if you don't have Phase 9, kinda, because, well, I mean, I guess that would work because the fire tanks are for every you get the fire tanks no matter if you own Phase 9 or not. That's for everybody, but I guess I was trying to think of a better example, but I probably don't have the time to, but like maybe the metal detector or something from Phase 1, you know? You only have to use that in Phase 1. There's other things that say it's recommended, but if you don't have Phase 1, you obviously cannot get that, you know, metal detector, so you wouldn't be able to complete that without, I don't know if I can fit through here. Oh. Without that upgrade. Sorry, I'm trying to watch myself here. Alright, that was a nice little shortcut. Probably didn't, oh gosh, probably didn't save too much time. And there is a scout fuel trailer over here for you guys. Oops. So, cargo management. Metal beams. Whoa. I might be able to pack. There we go. Cargo container. There we go. We got our water tower. Wow. 940 and 9,550 for that. That's pretty good. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to watch another video, there's a random video on screen and another playlist. Please be sure to share the video, like it, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those bell notifications so you're notified when I upload. And until next time, peace.